Hello everyone. It's been a few days since I did the last recording, and fear I've done enough in between episodes work to take and do the next episode, because I had some crazy luck happen. I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this now without being on. So I'm going to show some of the progress made and what all I've done in between the episodes, and actually pick up where I left off on the previous episode, because, I forgot to do one of the main things that I said I was going to do at the end, so I'm going to do it at the beginning of this one after showing the progress I've made. First part that I did automate the chickens, and I did make the chicken trainer. It's not hard to make. Basically what it's essentially going to end up doing, it's going to level up the chicken and it will be producing more every action it does. It's pretty much all it does for that. So instead of giving, for instance with this one, it gives eggs. So whenever it's inside the roost here, it will take and do, instead of just one egg per seed that it eats, it can do up to a stack per time. And I'm going to need to be doing this to all the chickens as progression goes. So I did get blaze rods from Take, and I fought a few blazes, plus I did end up looting, if memory serves, 1 or 2 blaze rods along the way. So I had enough blaze rods to make this. But I did make the advanced transporters. I think I showed making those the last one. If I didn't, it's pretty easy. They're really simple. Steel, conduit, steel, and then there's 2 ways you can do these. You can have the infusion alloy in the crafting recipe, or you could just make the infusion alloy and click it while it's already out, and it just updates it. I did make the configurator, I think it's the tool for this, that way it wouldn't connect to the parts, and it only connects to the roost itself. But I did automate the seeds and everything for this. I did extend this out as well. That way, have 2 rooms. And this is right on the border, and literally all I did was move this back, same placements. This is the dire soil that I was telling about with the Celestigium hoe. I will show my backpack here in a minute, because usually I keep it in backpack, but I don't think I did this time. But we will get to why I didn't here in a second on showing that. Right here, Celestigium hoe. I did finish taking giving it the the teleporter. So all I had to do was, if I can hold this, I think it's, what you do, you will shift right click, and then anything that's on the soil that grows, because it will instant grow. Well, you could speed up the growth, but after it finishes growing, it will take and instantly harvest it and put the drops into the storage that you bound it to. I took and did a little bit in between with getting more stuff automated, because I did say that I was going to try to get some of the quest line done. That way we could take and start progressing a little bit more. But in the process of doing that, I did some explorations and found a few dungeons. Now granted, I did not take on all the dungeons, but I did find them. And yeah, as you can see, we did go to the end with it. It didn't really do a whole lot there, but the reason that I did most of this off camera is, well, had to go through here. I did not end up in this. I can dig down into it, but I had to go to, I think it's 512, and then go all the way down to 512 to get to the ores stuff. I did loot a little bit running around the first floor. There's plenty of stuff to still get. I did that way I could get the sapling. I didn't get a whole lot of crazy stuff with that, and I didn't really fight anything. I did break like 3 spawners though, because I was trying to make it kind of safe, that way I could show some of the stuff as we go, because I plan on showing this dungeon in the episode. But I kept going. I didn't go into this one because, as you can faintly see, there's a line right here that shows that I was above this. So I didn't even make it into that dungeon. I just kept bypassing it because, well, I wanted to get to this dungeon. And yeah, it looks kind of funny because, well, whenever I was digging through, I thought that I was on the right level and I could get down to this one because it's a lower level, because it's at 19 and here I think I was at 130 something. I thought that I could dig down enough for it. I ended up having to go past it, over, and then back into it. And the reason that it's showing the whole dungeon open, I noticed that pretty much where I dug into it at, it did not load the whole dungeon. This is a partial dungeon. So coming in through here, I did loot these chests because I was trying to make it kind of safe and see how much of the whole thing was actually going to load. Then I went into this area a little bit. I didn't go far. I think I looted 2 chests in this part. But the main loot area, I want to say, is over here. So we have the whole dungeon to go through. But I did get extremely lucky in some of these chests. That's whenever I'm like, yeah, I should stop with the part. But as you can tell, this whole dungeon is not even in. It's missing a good chunk right through here. This whole back part's missing, so it's an incomplete dungeon. So I was just hoping, whenever I looted these, to get a little bit of decent gear, like to, if nothing else, upgrade from what I had on either the apotheosis side, or find maybe simple protections and stuff. Yeah, I ended up getting a little bit better than that, but we will get into that here shortly, because as I tried looting and stuff on the simple parts, trying to get all the stuff prepped for this episode, I put my random loots in here. I did manage to find some budding amethyst whenever I was I'm trying to remember which one it was. I was going after the brown mushroom. I ended up finding in one of the chests 2 of those, which it's kind of common to find that. But some of the stuff I made a little bit of headway on. I did make a crusher, a precision sawmill, and an alloy smelter along with a capacitor. That way it just makes it easier to do some of the stuff. And I have no idea where that bee was. Oh, it's down below me. Gotta grab these. Oh yeah, I made a magnet as well. And also, I took with the chickens I have over here, with the dust, sand, gravel, I brushed a lot. That way, had the resources from it. That way I could start making a little bit of progression with some of this. But getting back to what I was talking about, I made this that way it could make steel easier because it's a lot cheaper, it's a lot faster. It's literally just a coal and a piece of iron, and it gives you a steel. But whenever I was doing it with this, I had to make it through multiple steps. Oh yeah, I did get the reward of a generator. I did give it some coal, but I think it went through already into the thing, but that's fine. But I made the sawmill because I would make cardboard boxes to move stuff around. Makes it a lot easier, and whenever I was clearing the floor underneath, it made it simpler to move the dreadful dart without messing it up. Now, this is where I started working on prepping for the progression. This part wasn't as much necessary to make as this, because I wanted to speed it up as much as I could. To gear ratio it, if you didn't know, you could take a andesite casing and click on these cogs and make it where stuff does not connect directly on it. Like if you did how these are, it would stop that like it did here. That way you could speed it and make it look a little less bulky. But this one I made for obsidian. This is a waterlogged leaf, and it's easier just to show it than it is to say how this works. It's pretty simple. I just grab a lava egg, place it right here, turns to obsidian. This will break the obsidian. I did make a magnet in between. It's not real hard to make. I had all the supplies for it. But it's a good thing to have. This does still take a minute because I didn't speed this up where I should have, but it's like, yeah, it works. Until I can make the chicken for it, this is fine. And there we go. It's not the fastest, but it's reliable. Let's see. I did try to organize a little bit more. I did end up getting some ancient debris whenever I was doing the hunt for nether wart. It was in one of the chest parts, and I did manage to get some nether wart from it. so it worked out. The reason I did this is it just makes it easier, and I can show how to do a dual automation, because this will be how I make a the ORS stuff automation. I will be using the agromatics because, as you notice, whenever this grows, let me speed this up a little bit, you can see those purple parts going to it. Oh, that's the source, keeps it full, goes into that. Eventually it will be doing more than just this little bit, but I wanted to take and get just the basics going, not trying to make a whole lot of headway. I fixed this part up because I was planning to move the storages over into it, but I didn't really go up for it with it. But let's see, is there anything else before showing what I looted? Because yeah, it caught me off guard with some of the parts, and hopefully I could show some of the luck with it, but it's going to be just like any other time. Whenever you want to show how something works, that's the one time it doesn't want to work. So fingers crossed that works out with this. But whenever I went to the dungeon part, I was hoping to get, like I was saying, a little bit better gear that has blue or enchants, because, well, this is decent apotheosis stuff for a very early game, but I was hoping to get a little bit better. And the way that it works with it is if you have luck. Luck applies to any of the chests and stuff that you open to finding a little bit better gear or whatnot. With this, I think if I'm doing the math, that's a 1.5, that's 275, so that's 3.25 luck. I think it goes up to like 15 or 20, which is the highest, or I could be wrong, I haven't really looked on here, but I got stupidly lucky with gear. I ended up with some really good enchants, some not so good, but I started getting blue gear, which is very good. Got some really good enchants, and it surprised me with it. I even ended up with a witherite. I was not expecting that, but we're locked up with it. I was like, okay, that's kinda nice, but very unexpected. I'm trying to go through that way you can see some of the stuff I got. I did not realize I got a silk touch. That is going to make this so much better now. Got mending as well. That's even better. But yeah, got flower pots. I got a block of draconium from one of the chests. I was hoping that whenever we actually did it on screen with everybody watching and being able to see it, that I could pull the chicken for this while in the end dungeon, because it can be found there. But I did not expect to find any part for it right off, so I'm going to show how this works in this episode, on why I was hoping that in this episode, before getting it, my plans was to hopefully get the chicken for it and wait for the chicken to give me 9 ingots to make this. But that was a blessing in disguise. I'm happy with it. I wish that I could have done it on screen, but maybe whenever we go back there here shortly, I can show that. Because I did get lucky, as you can see, I got 3 chickens. I got 3 chickens from 2 chests. I don't understand that part with the low luck rate that I have, but I'm not going to question it either. I got another netherite chicken and 2 ender pearl chickens. Now, I can have these still produce, but they can't produce inside of a roost without having the proper seeds for it. So for now, it's not really going to be too awful helpful unless I let them produce in world. So if you remember on the first episode where I had the really unique chicken nest thing that I did, where it was on the corner with a couple of trapdoors, a hopper and stuff, I can do that with those and they will produce netherite scrap or ender pearls, so I could passively get those now because of that. But this was all surprising to get, and for now I'm just going to put it all in here because yeah, I did a lot of digging to get there, and I'm like, I'm going to take it just see what type of stuff I can get to maybe make whenever I go back there a little bit more entertaining and survivable. Yeah, that was way better than expected. And I will organize this in between episodes. I'm not too worried about it right yet. But whenever we go back to the dungeon, which will be shortly, I want to get through the main part here real quick. And I am going as quick as I can. I want to take and get that emptied. That way before we take and actually go there, I have room to go there. And this should be it. I may actually try making gear here in a second from that, which that's honestly not going to be as hard as you would think. But yeah, let's get into the part that I didn't do first before going through the thing. And oh yeah, there's how you make it. I just needed 2 blaze rods, and I was lucky enough I killed a couple blazes and got it, as well as having I want to say I have looted some. I'm not 100%, and it's been a couple of days since I recorded it's been about 4 or 5 days, and I've had a lot of stuff happen in between, so I don't really remember if I got all of them from killing blazes, but that's another reason why I wanted to make a magnet. That way, whenever I have to take and do simple parts with going through that's safe, I could survive, and I'm wanting to make it where I can pick up stuff. But yeah, I did make an experience holder. They're very easy. I had most of the stuff prior. I did manage to take and loot a few emeralds as well. I mean, it wasn't much. It's not as hard to get some of the stuff, because if you do basic parts and you do just a few chests here and there, you'll find them. I'm pretty sure I got those from one of the simple dungeons, because I want to say it was whenever I was basically right in this area trying not to die to fire, and I was debating on taking going to the edge this way and then moving forward to try finding another end dungeon, but I didn't want to take not record a lot of it. I wanted to show my progressions and stuff and do progressions with you, and to make this easier. That's why by the end of this episode we will have this. It doesn't take much, and we're going to see what luck I get with that. But I also made it where we could do this one. Shouldn't be hard. Source stone. Come on. Just need to do simple, basic one. Yep. Pretty easy. And this is a lot easier to make now, because we got the imbuement chamber, got lapis, got amethyst. So don't take but a second for it. That's pretty quick. This also pretty quick. So we're going to be able to get some good progression and open tier 2. But before we do that, I think I should do the chickens to get to tier 3. So, pretty simple, self-explanatory. We're going to have to breed a chicken, because I am not doing the part of that, because that's just, it takes too much longer. So, what we're going to do, we're going to find out what chickens we need to make the simple one. String and brown. Looks like we got our winner here. So string. And I do have them over here, but this way I can keep up with the part a little bit and I can show. String and brown. Should be pretty simple with it. It's not going to be the first chicken of the list, but we will have it. And we're going to need, I'm going to wait until we get 3 of them. That way we have one to start producing with, and the other ones can take and be for backup and stuff for this. Usually I go with just the doubles that's in the chest, but this time I wanted to do a little different. Put those up first, and then we'll go ahead and make this seed, because I'm going to have to switch the seeds out. And there's a reason that some of these has 2k and others have 7. I'm going to take and put these output on as soon as I make the seed. Because it just makes it a lot easier to go up on it. And I'm just going to put these right here for the moment. These are all actually in order, and I'm not going to do all the chickens right now. I just want to show how to get the part upgraded, and yeah, there's the soul. So what we need next is infernal dust. We have everything else. So infernal dust, I'm pretty sure it takes the blackout powder. It's a good thing we did the obsidian. Black and blue. So straight blue. Black. Obsidian. So if I did the math right, that should be enough for that. Now, here comes the fun one, because we're going to have to go to the wild engine for this. Redstone, glowstone, blackout. So, let's put 2 redstone, a glowstone, since I find it, and 1 blackout. Oh yeah, I did fix my keybind, so now we can go a little easier. And pretty much all I gotta do is put those in. And let's see, it needs power. Okay. Very simple. Let's go home. I do like how that is. And next time that we go, we're just going to go ahead and make this as well. So we'll take it together with both. Because we might as well get all this stuff done at the same time. So a gold and a stick. I will be fixing these up a little bit more soon too. Where on it, I'm going to put like void upgrades and a simple upgrade, that way it holds a little bit more. And then I'll worry about putting axes and stuff in that. Yeah, I tried to prep everything like I said. Oh yeah, just to show how to make steel and how come I did like I did with that. This is how simple it is. Give it a second, it should, oh, hold on. That's what the crusher was for. While it's doing that, what was it that I was needing? Oh. Very simple. I need this. Because, well, that needs to be in that. But this should have more than enough power to do the part. This is how easy it is now to make steel. 1 progress. So that's why I did that. And I'm pretty sure I got everything I need for everything it goes there. And that would complete this line. After I make that, which, let's go ahead and we can get that done pretty quick too. We're just going to try knocking out everything at once, it seems like. Let's see, it's source stone. So it's any type of stone. Making sure. Because I know sometimes it can be kind of finicky with it. And let's go with 2 of those. Pretty fast with this part. I'm going to get to show all the fun stuff real quick. Put that there. Give it a second. Magic. And you get to see the full automation. Those harvest, this fills, that turns. And what I'm going to do, because we're about to upgrade this, so this one don't even need to be there now. So that everything should be set. Let's go ahead and get 2 of those. Oh, that made that easier. That can go there. And now we need 2 of these, so and that up. Pretty sure that's all it's needed. Now we can go back there and everything will work out the way it's supposed to this time. So we're going to do this. Oh yeah, in this part it works just the same as at spawn. You do get creative flight here. I'm going to make a output fully powered. So anything else that I'm needing for that? Oh, I need 64 world engine blocks. Okay, well, we'll get that here in a minute. We can get that part going now. And we have the light. So, let's see, can we look up? We got a portal gun. That was amazing. Don't seem like that would be much. Yeah, that's gonna make going to these dungeons so much better. I can now take and prep videos a little bit easier for y'all. Sorry, I had to get a drink. But that part's done. So it looks like I need to get the 64 world engine pieces. So we're going for that part. So that means this. Pretty simple here. So that's 4 times each one of these, so I'm gonna need 8, 8, 4, and 4. So that, and that. And wow, we're doing that part because I'm pretty sure that holds enough power for it. What, double check. Honestly, I should have taken bookmark that part. Where's that? That one. Right there. Let's see. Takes 204 and yeah, it will be bringing that part back, but that's okay. Pretty easy to do. So let's go ahead and make this. Because I want to take I really gotta make sure I face that right. Because this will fill up quick. Yeah, these are great. Early game, those are best way to go with it. What is going on with you? Anything good? I mean, eventually I will get some of this other stuff, but I'm not even going to deal with you right yet. Let's start with these. Electrum. So we need to make electrum. Wouldn't you know, we can just use silver and gold. Or we could just go with this. Okay, we needed 8 of them. Okay. Like I said, I did prep some of it. I didn't get all of it, but we'll go one thing at a time here, that way I don't goof up. Because we need to make sure we get the maths to this. Oh, getting a little ahead of myself. And this is why I sped this up as much as I did. It's a little bit smarter to do it this way, in my opinion, because it's just passively going. It's not consuming any other power, it's not doing anything, it's just there. Just like that's giving us power by just existing. For early game, you can't ask for too much better. Okay, there's that part. So, let's see, dialectic. Do I have all that over here? Because I need 4 of those, I think. Oh, well, we have the story. I didn't realize I did that there, but I should have remembered, but sometimes the attention span of a goldfish. I will admit this, even though most won't. And what is it that we need for this one? 4 of those, so that we're just going to do this the easy way. Shift 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. So let's go put that back. And I'm hoping now I've got the math to this. If not, we will find out shortly. I feel like I got the right math though. I'm still psyched about getting the part. We will worry about the one part here in a minute. Oh yeah, that's the configurator that I used. Kind of simple, osmium, steel, iron. Got no flux dust. Oh yeah, I did take and make the Grains of Infinity. It's honestly super easy to do. To make these, you just use a flint and steel, throw a stack of gravel, it will give you a stack of it. Never thought that would be that easy, but it's that easy. Alright, so next thing, need these, so how many do I need? 4, so that would be each one taking 2, that would be 6, I would need, yeah, 6 of them, 6 redstone. I had most of this planned out, but I just didn't get all of it. That should be enough for it. But we have to show some of this stuff, and not just be like, oh, it's magic in between the episodes. I do want to take and do as much as I can on screen, but all honesty, with the upload speed of these and then the time that I'm going to be having to just play and keep up with this, it's a challenge not to do progression in between. Otherwise this is going to take a really long time, and I don't mind the part personally, but at the same time I'm trying to take and make it where it's good for everyone and not just 1 or 2, and I want to make it where it's fair. Let's see, I need 12 of those, I think. So I need 8 more of these. And 8 iron. And we'll be done after this. I could take the stuff to the main guy and we'll start getting all these progressions done. It's going to take a minute though. So while this is doing its part here, I'm going to take and let's look at what the part says. If I go to the magician, if I keep that on me, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. That way it'd be kind of fun. And that gives plenty of time for it to crush. None of the stuff has speed upgrades or anything. I didn't try doing that. I mainly was trying to get it to where it would work. Okay, we finished out the part complete. That should open everything here. Nice. I didn't do anything else. We got that. And I do this. It's going to take us to the wild engine and we get to, I don't know if we'll get to see it this time. It should be showing it here. Right there and right there. We have an upgrade. It's like, woo, we're getting there. Oh, portal gun. Eventually I will use the currency. I'm just waiting until later. Because I find it if you rush through, you'll find something that you're really having a hard time getting that they sell. And yeah. Oh yeah, this is what I'm going to do to fix my gear. It's a neat little trick. But we're about to get this one. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens. And let's see, this should go pretty quick. Key phrase, this should. Eventually, whenever looting these dungeons, we'll get different types of comparators that has all these different configs. That's amazing to make everything go quicker. It'll have more storage, faster pace, more efficient. It's just amazing with some of them, but we have to get lucky with them. But this is going along pretty quickly. I can't complain too much. One more. Hopefully I did the right math for this, because I'm going to need... I think I may need a little bit. It's 12. Yep, that's right. That's right. So 3 copper, I believe is what goes in the center of these. We'll have it here in just a second. We just gotta smash this with the press. Yeah, eventually I will upgrade this to a steam engine, I think is what it's called. It's something along those lines. And that's everything. So that means, let's see, what all do I need? That way I can just take it all with me. I just need 2 diamonds. So we're going to grab this. We're going to grab 2 diamonds. And we're going to kill all these birds with 1 stone. Engine. The way that works. So, if I did all the math for this, I need, let's see, what is it, 8 more of those? Not too bad, we'll get that. I knew that was too easy. I always goof up on the math with that. But in fairness, again, this is at like 5 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, I know that's not really a full excuse, but at the same time, it's an honest statement. Usually I'm not that bad with math, but at this time of the morning and not slept yet, yeah, I'm gonna be off. Like, I don't know if we're gonna get to do a lot on the oh, you know what? I know what I can do. Let's see, that has that in it. Do I have an empty? You know what? I do have an empty thing that I can do here. We're going to put all this stuff that's needed for all the things over here for the moment. And put that there. Okay, that's fine with that part. Let's see who's going to be opened up for it. Snowballs. Why not? Eventually, all of them's going to get that. But well, let me show you the dungeon. I'm not going to do a whole lot there because it's mainly going to be like, okay, we're going to go here. I'm going to try to get to a chest or 2, potentially. It just depends on how quick I can get there and back. Because, like I said, this is a long trip. It don't seem it until you see how far I have to run for it, and this is why this stuff gets done off screen. I dug all this out. Now granted, once I got into the deep slate, netherrack, and endstone, I could vein mine a straight line. So that sped that up. Goes a little bit farther than I want it to at times, but I would rather do that than have to break each individual block. But we're almost to the halfway marker. Because I really do want to show this part, and I want to show what I did. Because there's still a few chests I did not get to. And I did not take on the bosses. But I did try grabbing a few of the simple chests that was really quick accessible. And I broke a couple of the spawners near it because I just wanted to take and make it where I didn't have a headache trying to do it at the time. And whenever I go though to show this, it doesn't like spam me with a bunch, because the next dungeon that I find like is I won't loot a single chest. Because this one was just a fluke that it did as good of a RNG as it did. But I'm hoping that if I can do a couple of the chests on camera, that it will make up for the ones that I didn't show, because I think only 2 of them was gold tier, or the highest tier locks to pick on it. The rest of them was really low tier. And it was like, those was the ones that gave me the really rare things. And I'm like, that's unreal. So hopefully I can get similar luck, but we will see. I should have went to that. I'm going to go to that real quick. That way I can show what it looks like. I wished I had running shoes or flight. It won't be long and I can get flight. If I can take and get a draconium chicken, I can get creative flight. I have everything else for it. I just don't have that part yet. Yeah, I ended up breaking my 3x3 hammer, and I've been too lazy to craft a new one. But we are at the dungeon. Has a little bit of everything. The main part that is the true dungeon is right over there. I have not done any part of that. I've mainly just been running around the edge, like literally around this part, and I picked up the chest from this. Oh yeah, this is the occultism stuff. Haven't started that, not really. Did I? I didn't even loot that. That's hilarious. Didn't even see it there. But it's a good place to get amethyst. And I would say I could take and go around this easily, but I'd have to break stuff and I'm not wanting to do all that yet. Maybe. There we go. But, you know what? Let's see if I can get to that without dying. Don't care about the bee. Hoping that there's no spawner here, because I know that this area has crap ton spawners. Okay, we got a chest there, or a barrel there, and a barrel there. Let's see, this one has that. Like I said, most of these did not have much of anything. That's why I was like, I didn't feel too bad with that part as much as how I did with the other, because it's like, that was crazy luck. Can I hit that from here? Boo. Oh, stop it. Got it. And this is how I got the emeralds. Oh, nope, nope. Nope, we're not doing that. Not here. Yeah, grab. That was not good. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, this is not good. Okay. Now to figure out where the whole part is there. Because I'm not wanting to take on the dungeons just yet. I mainly just wanted to show how this is. But we'll put that there. But yeah, as you saw there, it wasn't a whole lot of like real good stuff yet. But that's where I got the emeralds. I was trying to remember where I got it. But I just ran around in circles on the outside. I didn't try going into the inner workings because I wanted to do that on screen. And I was trying to get my gear ready to go in there because the wildens of all variations can be kind of a challenge without the proper gear. And I didn't have the proper gear, so it's like, yeah, no, we'll just wait on that. As fun as that seems with it, I'd rather wait until I know that it's a more balanced fight. But now comes the fun little track of going through the nether and then going there. Good thing is, by the time that we get done with this, I should be able to upgrade the world engine, make the seeds, and that'll probably be the episode, because this will be a pretty decently long episode. I haven't been keeping up with the timer. One day I'm going to take and actually set a timer to keep up with keeping it around an hour and a half. I know the last one was a hour 40 something, almost 2 hours, so this one's going to be close to that as well, I feel. And some of these I am doing like after I get the in-between. I have a few episodes I'm putting back-to-back recordings, getting them set up. That way, whenever I can't play and put out some videos, like all the time whenever I'm wanting to take and do recordings, I can still upload a few. So I'm going to try to do a couple of extra ones in between and make this where it's kind of fun. Some of the episodes will be changed up with, if I find a dungeon or something that's cool, or an area that I may not have experienced or went into, or something I see that could be entertaining or fun or knowledgeable, I may just do short, simple episodes of that. That way I can push out a few more parts for everybody. Have some fun with this. Oh, we're almost into the end area. Go ahead and switch to have that. And I'm going to put this down here just for the simple fact, make it where we can go back and forth just a little bit better. And the main reason I came here, honestly, was not justifying the dungeon. For one of the achievements, I ended up getting coarse fruit, and I wanted to grow coarse fruit. And I needed endstone to do that, so I grabbed some endstone. Yeah, we can now produce all the fun stuff. And this is what I was talking about. I had to go under it, turn, and go back under it. But we were almost to the dungeon, and I could show off the parts I did and hopefully make this where it's a little bit more fun with it. Let's see. Right here, and then I found out that it was too high up, so I started coming down. Found out this was still too high, so I went down. And then I found myself in the dungeon room. What I did, I broke through the walls. Because, yeah, this is where I looted. Wasn't really crazy amounts of stuff. Well, this is where I found most of the better ones. But there is still a lot that can be got. Not wanting to fight those yet. But as you can see, there is endstone across the wall there. It should not be there. It should look just like this on the other side. So we didn't get the full dungeon. That's why I took and I went ahead and looted that part. Like, there's not much here. The boss is in here, but you can't even go through to the other room from here. So I had to dig through this way. And I did a little bit through here. I got this chest. Went around this way. I broke the spawner that was in the center of the room here. I picked this chest. And then I got the chest that was right there. That is all I did, because I was trying not to trigger that part. And there's not even the area on the side to get more loot. The whole part that's on that side that should have loot, it's not even there. So, we're gonna try. Keyphrase, let's try this. I can't guarantee this is gonna work, but if I can. Okay, I'm gonna break that, and I want to fight these away from that, because that. Yeah, I'd rather fight these than their counterparts. There's a laser guy in here, and let's see, where's he at? I know he's over. That's the laser one. Got it. Boop. Pretty sure that's all that's here. Pretty sure that's all of them. Awesome. So that means I'm doing this that way we can loot this area, because yeah, here is a perfect spot for it. We have 2 chests here. Yeah, that's bullcrap. Alright, well. Yeah. See? This is what I was expecting to get, is stuff like that. We're gonna throw those spawners in there. And we're gonna put this stuff in the backpack. For the most part. That over here. Yeah, they can go there too. Trying not to look at these guys. Because I just want to loot the place. Don't really care about fighting them yet. Okay, I did not do anything with that. But we got energy storage. It's just middle click, got gem, mana boost. Well, that's nice. Yeah, we got that. I don't care about the curse of binding aspect of it, but I mean, hey, free loot. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, this room, I actually, well, this one, I want to take and go to later with it. Well, I might be able to. Let's see. Yeah, I'd have to break that first. Let's try if I can get to it. Top. Got it. Cool. Alright. There's a reason you want to go into this one. That floor. That floor is amazing. I don't really want to do parkour here. It's not going to give me a choice not to do that. I'm going to cheat my way back up. Oh, I made the shortcut down. Tinted glass. If you don't know what that's good for, it's for whenever you make a wither area, it cannot break through it. So let's go ahead and, no, we're not doing that one. We're going to do shapeless. Shapeless. There we go. Got a stack of it. I'm happy. So now I can go. We'll break that one. Get those back. It's a nice cheeky way of getting that. Hey, oh, this room, and this room is the ones that you really want to get loot from. But it becomes more and more of a challenge as you go through these because, well, spawners is going to be everywhere, and this is why I wish that I would have fixed a silk touch. That way I could start converting these spawners. But it's okay with it. I'm looking to see if there's anything, because I'm trying to remember. It is a spawner. Oh yeah, don't do that. I don't want to keep taking, don't hit the Enderman. Don't hit the Enderman. I hate those things. They're annoying. But let me eat. Okay, I'm okay with that torch. Okay, that lag spike on it. Usually I do good. Okay, what we get here? Oh, wow. Did not expect to see that. Breaking. We're just gonna take it out. We'll put all that in there. Let's see. There's another one right here. If I can get this without goofing up. Ah, so close. But there we go. Proof. Proof. Got no block of draconium. Now I don't feel as bad. I'm not getting the art stasis because I need that. But that's exactly what I wanted to show. Now, over there. I would say I would look and zoom. I don't know if you can see a spawner right beside that. I'm going to have to bolt to go to that. I can do this, I believe. I've got to hurry. There's two spawners. Make it. Oh god, no. We are going home because I am not dealing with that point right yet. I should have used portal gun, but yeah. We are hitting the time too. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Whenever it comes to parts like that, I choose not to die if I can avoid it. Just because I had a no-win scenario. If I would have ran backward, it spawned in a mini-boss right behind me. I had a no-win scenario there. But we should be able to take, after I get the other stuff, to go to the world engine. I almost forgot to get it. Because all I should have to do is put it in. Oh, we ran out of power there. Well, that's not a hard thing. That was my bad for forgetting to connect that. We will stay on long enough to get this. I know I had more of those. Okay, you know what? Let's just make this easy. I'll grab the thing and we'll go back to it. Pretty simple. Yeah, if you're fast enough, you can come back through the part. Well, actually, we can take and maybe do something else that'll come in handy. If I can spell. There's what I want to make. Oh, it. Oh, we can make this. We gotta make another thing too. We're gonna finish up with a blast with it, because I need that. We're gonna get... I know I'm doing more stuff than I said, but yeah, this is really worth doing, because we're gonna make some huge progression. And that's not even an exaggeration to this. Because while this is still doing its thing, we can do part that's going to be so amazing to get back and forth to places. I need this. Okay, so if I do this part right, now I always get this mixed. I think it's here and here. Maybe if I no, it go from here to here. There we go. Okay, we got some source. We're gonna take this out. I'm pretty sure the only things I needed was it? Oh, I needed a lapis. Let me go get a lapis real quick. Because we're gonna make probably one of the best things to get early game, because I did not expect to get this or get enough stuff for this. So if I take this, this, and this, it's gonna take a second. It's fine. That. Let's go over here. Put this back over here. That should fill up again. And we're about to have a really fun time with this. Because this is why I was wanting these two things right here. Pretty sure if I do that, need to make a band. Onion band. Go over to that. Do a band with a stone. Okay, how does this work? I goofed up with the first part. That was my bad. But now, if I put this on ring, oh, it's not accurate. Oh, it'd help if I put it on the right spot. Now, we can fly. We now have creative flight. That's amazing. Did not expect to get that right off, but again, not gonna complain. I think that makes up for the simple looting that I did and luck. I got to show how to make probably one of the best things in the game. Now let's finish getting that done. And we're gonna have chickens going again. Put that in there, and see, that needs out there. Put that there. And we'll have everything needed shortly. Because I want to get to the next tier, and I know that this is a longer episode. The next ones probably won't be as long, but now we're going to be able to make huge progressions very quickly. And getting back to the dungeons is going to be, honestly, very quick. Let's see, what do I need to make this? Oh, I don't have an Nautilus shell. I haven't got to the Wayfinder yet, so... I mean, I could go to the drones. Kill a few drones. That technically would work. But I think we're doing pretty solid here. Just need a couple more. While we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and get this. Oh yeah, to make the Celesta gem, I'm pretty sure I showed before. It's pretty easy. Diamond block on this converts it over. But it feels good knowing that I can fly places. Because... oh no. Say I'm wanting to get back to that dungeon. So much quicker. So much quicker. And I'm going to try to get this episode and potentially a couple hours up as soon as I can. But it just depends on how quick everything goes with real life stuff that's going on. But as you can see, this is going way quicker now that I can fly to these areas. Because you can do a sprint run and then do the flight and you're off to the races. It won't be long before I'm back over there. And I'll try to take and get to the R1, and we're going to try to finish that part while that finishes making the parts. Because this shouldn't take but a second now. And I can make portals for anywhere, and I don't have to worry about falling. Good thing is now, I don't take fall damage. So that helps out a lot too. And another good part here, whenever I get into the thing itself, I can just pop in through the top if needed. But it should have despawned one, and it would have made that a lot better. It will make it a lot better. Chicken jockey. Reminds me of the Minecraft movie. I need to really block that off there. And I'm just going to pop in through the top, drop in, Go through here. It's just so much quicker. I'm sure that I could go a little bit simpler routes, but now I can do this to make it go quicker. Oh, it looks like they're still there. Crap. Well, if that's the case, let's see. Go over this way. Is there any other parts? I want to double check. Didn't try. Wasn't trying to break that part, but I mean, it's what it is. I was hoping that despawned, but I'm not that lucky with it. I'm looking to see. Yeah, see, this is. Well, I might be able to get to this part, right? It's an A. Oh, that's kind of sad. It's honestly sad there. I was hoping that I could get over to that. I might be able to go to the other side. I'll try. Because I could break these spawners over there. We'll go to the other room. And leave that one be for now. That's the guy I was trying to avoid. Okay. There's nothing in that room if memory serves, and everything is in this one. Which now I need to get these parts because there's spawners right here. That's horrible spawners. Because I hate the wraiths or wraith, whatever you want to call it. They ignore armor. They're built like a Vex. But let's see. Oh, we got it. Let's see, anything good? Yeah, we got good stuff this time. It looks okay. We're just gonna take it out. And these spawners is gonna go in there because spawners is best if you silk them. Okay, trying to remember where the outer parts is. I know that there's an outer part over here, but I need to break these things first. I don't care about the outer mobs that spawns in here. These things is the most annoying. But I can get another item that's going to help a whole lot while I'm here. Books. Lots of books. Because, yeah, that's how we're going to take and get the enchanted gear. I will be showing how to do that as well real quick, whenever I get there. There is our items, there's a couple other chests in this room. I just honestly was trying to rush through this part because I was hoping by now that the thing over here would be gone, which I'm hoping it is. Oop, oop, oop. Did I break that? Oh, he's following me. I don't like that. Don't do that. If you're gonna follow me, come back this way. I'll get you to follow me over here. Come on. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. There you go. I don't know how to worry about you. Okay. I did manage to break that. He did despawn. Awesome. So we're gonna get this chest. Yeah, it happens. Oh. And I can only do so much here. If I can walk up and break this one really quickly before it pops. This is the main room that we want to come to. So let's make it where I can get here easy. Right there. And what we'll do, I'm looking for where the spawners are. Oh, we don't want that. We don't want fire guys there. So now, whenever I go home, we're gonna make it where I can go back and forth here. So let's make this way it works. If I do this, I should be able to walk through. Boom. Boom. And where I don't goof that up, we're gonna take and put this in here. And I will probably go back and forth breaking the spawners. That way we can take and get that going good. But now, the only thing that's left to do is two things. We're going to upgrade the generator. Pretty simple. I'll put that there. That there. While that's doing its thing, go over here. We're gonna grab that draconium block. I'm gonna go get a thing of iron. Need to make an anvil for this to work. Pretty simple with it. We're just getting all the fun stuff this episode. But we're gonna make this where it's a little harder. I'll turn my magnet off. I do like that you can get a hotkey for that. And we're gonna put it right here. So break that. This is how this trick works. So we're wanting to get I don't know what's a good one here. Let's find a good piece of armor. Don't know which one it is, so I know that there's a decent. Let's see. I'm looking for one that has. That's apotheotic. Like these. That has armor and luck, preferably more luck, but it don't look like I'm finding luck on these, sadly. So let's see what the best one is. Okay, well, we're wanting to take and strip the enchants off this. So we have what? 2 enchants. So that with 1, 2. Well, it helps if I actually get onto the right part. Now, drop an anvil. Disenchants. Now I now have these enchantment books. So, in the future, I will probably go through all of my gear. Yeah, I got that as a reward. I'm waiting until I find a better sword to put that on. But what I'll end up doing, I'll find a really good set of gear that has the bonuses that I actually want, and then I'm going to put all the good enchants on it and combine them, build them, and all that fun stuff. And I should probably show this cardboard box. That's what I was making with the sawmill, because you can place it over most blocks and then just break it, and it works fine for removing items. I was going to do that for spawners, but I ended up getting a silk touch, so I'll eventually grab, or I'll silk touch a bunch of spawners. That way you can start doing farming with it. Pretty sure that's what I needed for this. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and make that. Now I'm pretty sure that's everything I need. We're just going to go there and hope for the best. Be done with this. Because I'm pretty sure it needs that, that, and that. Does it have enough power? Do we have enough power? We do not have enough power. That's okay. We have a solution for that. Pretty quick solution too. But I don't want anybody to think that I'm not going to do stuff online with them on here. I want to take and I want to make progressions easier, but I also want to take and show how to do everything. And this should be the 64. Ta-da! That means once this one's done, ooh, what we get? What we getting? Oh, nice. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good. So we need to get to the quartermaster, and we're gonna upgrade this. So let's go to spawn. Pretty sure that's guidance. Quartermaster. Go here, complete this. That means we can buy pretty much everything from him. Great little part. So now, yep, we got chapter 2 open. So do that. Let's get this. Submit. We'll come back to that here in a second because I need to take and go where for this? Finding way. Oh, I need to make a compass. Oh, gotta go to the guidance. So, yeah, we'll just go do this real quick. Get to see it build everything. Now we need to go back to spawn. Talk to him. And now you do this. And Arthur, that means can do more. I can now take and get emeralds from part. Yeah, we get to do from we'll look at each one of these and then this will probably be the last part that we do. I will clean up stuff, get stuff prepped for the following quest. I'm not going to do everything for it, but I'll get some of it going, get some of the automations updated, and get rid of some of the spawners and stuff. So what we're doing now, Twilight Ancient, it's not the one that we needed. It's Quartermaster, that's not what I'm looking for. Catalyst. Okay, what are the names of the ones that we're after? Fabricator, Enchanter, and Wayfinder. I think those may be back this way. It's Guidance. Weirdly enough, these do actually go in order. Magician, Chemist, Ancient. Whenever I find one, I'll find the rest of them. Because they're all in the same vicinity. Okay, there we go. Enchanter, we got one of them going. Close enough. We got to complete that. I mean, that started us off strong. I may actually get this. You know what? Our first buy. Our very first buy on here will be this. Let's see. I'm not worried about the rest just yet. But yeah, that we need. That we need. If you don't know what this is for, it's to store all of our enchanted books. And since we can't craft it, we have to buy it. That's why I waited on some of the parts. And that wasn't much I costed for it. So that means the rest of these is right in here. So I may actually set up an enchanted room and I'm going to get the tier 3 chickens going and I may tinker with some of the other parts. But I'm not going to make a lot of headway. Hey, there's a cardboard box I made. Oh, we're going to get into tech stuff. That's gonna come in handy. Well, there's my money back. Plus more. And let's see. Draconium dust, okay. I'm not gonna complain about that. So we're doing pretty solid here. Pretty simple, straightforward. And I'm pretty sure this is the last one I need to go to. Okay, and oh, that might be something I try getting. I want to see if I can actually go without doing it. Oh, we're going gateways. I will show a cheeky way of beating these. I actually have a cheaty way of doing those. Oh, that's how we get the Nautilus shell. But I want to see how to make the story buckle well. Can we make that, or do I have to buy it? You can only buy it. I'm gonna wait because I have a feeling I can loot it as well, if memory serves. But now we have all these new areas open. This one is a vault that we have to do. This one is just enchanting. So I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to set up an enchanting room. These, not too hard. Potion of regen, blaze rod. This one's a little bit more challenging, but you only have to do one or the other with it, I think, and infuse it. So it's just working with that part. And then once make the extra ones, it's an upgrade on the part. This one, simple part, simple crafting. I'll do that off screen. Again, just it's not hard with this stuff. Technically, I didn't have to do it that way. It's just obsidian dust. Find obsidian. Diamond dust. Obsidian dust. I mean, it's just going down the line. So those is pretty simple. I'll probably go ahead and do most of this. This simple, but I will not claim this part. I will make the only way I'll do that is if I take and I click this thing or something to take and hurry and get stuff done with that, but I'm going to do my best not to take and collect that one. But we have Draconic Evolution going. Pretty basic part. But yeah, this one, the reason I didn't do it, I had to make the plate. I didn't feel like doing all the parts for that yet. It's not hard, I just didn't want to do it because I already got a lava chicken and it will get done. I was more focused on this, not gonna lie. I wanted to get to the second tier. I'll build a productive metalworks thing. If you ever did Tinker's Construct, that's all this is. Pretty simple, straightforward stuff. But before we end this episode, I'm going to take and set this up over here for the moment, because I want to show how that works for those who may not know. And afterwards, we'll worry about the other. Okay. Looting 7. We now have looting 7 in here. And now that it has loaned it, anytime I put looting, it will keep adding to it. Destroys all you report. Add. Neat little thing. Saves it. So, in between episodes, all this gear is getting stripped. It's getting put in here. And I'm going to change up my gear. Because, yeah, don't get me wrong, this has been good gear for early game. But I'm about to start transitioning into a lot more difficult. Because it's going to speed up really quickly. But we need to finish the last part before I forget. Because we ain't doing that again. I didn't mean for that to happen the last time, so I do apologize for that. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure I was on a little bit longer this time, even though I honestly needed to get some sleep. And it's already after 6 in the morning, so I'm not going to get much sleep. But that's okay. I am going to get this done. Shouldn't take long. You need to make this, so it's that, and that. And just like that, we will have tier 3. It's just that easy with it. And we're going to go ahead, wrong button. I'm going to try not to make a whole lot of progression stuff in between, but that can be easier said than done. Wrong one. Let it go home up there. But now I can do this. I will swap these out, but where that still has the part. Okay, it should be doing pretty good here. I should be able to get some out of it, I hope. Turn that off for the moment. Because I'm going to try to fill up this area real quick first. Yeah, the higher the tier, the faster the production. So your goal is to get as high of part as possible. Okay, we're going. This is just going to make it easier. That's how I upgrade. It's just a lot quicker, a lot simpler. Already got 440 of it. So this is going to produce way quicker. And that's tier 3 part. So I'm going to end up finishing this off, putting more tier 3s. Tier 3 done. And I did which one of the chickens? I did the leather chicken, so I can, well, look at, I'll figure that out here or later today. But I'm going to be going through breeding out each individual one after I take and set up everything up here. And I will start working on updating the storages and stuff. Oh, there we go. That one's fully maxed out. That means now if I put this to output, see how quick it does? Does 64 at a time. Gets ridiculous very quickly. And I'm going to gradually do that to each one of these. So eventually there will be a void upgrade on all these, especially once I get everything fully automated. But eventually what's going to end up happening, I'll have all of these completely done, switched up to the highest tier, and then gradually let them take and fix through it. But all this is a hurry up and wait. But we get some more levels, and I will put this back over here. I will say that if I make the ultimate part that's supposed to be coming up, well, I'm going to make that part itself as ultimate as well. This will become an ultimate cube. So as soon as you find it here, it's creative. I'm not doing ultimate energy cube. It's literally just taking the previous one, 2 tablets, and then the alloy that I'm supposed to be making. So I'll probably update everything to the highest tiers as I go. It's not hard to do, pretty simple part. That will be the whole objective of it. And I thought that I put all that in there. If you do control, there you go. This holds a pretty substantial amount of XP. But now that we have creative flight and all this other fun stuff, yeah, been a good episode. But I will take and call it an episode here. Hopefully y'all had fun. If you enjoyed, let me know if there's anything that you would like to see me try doing, showing and stuff, because I plan on doing more automations and such, because that is what I was asked to do beforehand. But any more fun things that you would like to see me do, I will be taking on bosses, stuff like that. But as far as for progressions, if there's anything that you need help with, let me know. Take and put it in the comments or whatnot. If you take and you're on the Discord, tag me in a message or going, hey, can you show me how to do this? Can you help me with that? Or how would I go about doing something? Feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to help. And I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible. I know this one was a little scrambled around, but I honestly felt bad with how I lucked up with the chest. So I'm going to try to make it where I don't do that as much. But you kind of saw how the dungeon was. It's missing a lot in that one. And I honestly just never expected it to take and be like, oh, here, better stuff than you should get at the timing. So, it's true RNG, but now I'll be able to fix the base up a little bit better. I'll probably make floors for random parts. I tend to do a farm area for these seeds. So, still getting used to the F5. Just may have to overlook me a little bit there because trying to get the better angle. Again, I don't edit anything, so you get the raw part with this. But on how I do my farm, I will do a huge area for these seeds because once I get these all fully automated, I'm going to have it where it does ridiculous amounts. And a lot of these storage drawers will be altered. Some of them be compacting, simple compacting, and yeah, they're going to have the highest tier upgrades in all of them because, well, gotta be an overachiever on this, right? I'll have more resources than I'll ever need, but ain't that what automations is for? Making it where you don't need the stuff, but you have it. But underneath the farm will be my ores room, and it will take and have a lot of fun little projects in it because I'm going to fully automate all the ores stuff that's essential to make progression. But before I continue rambling and need to get rest here, I will take and talk to y'all in the next one. Hopefully you have fun and have great days, nights, or whatever it may be on the timing that you watch this. And I will talk to y'all later. Take it easy.